Deep in a lush green forest lived a wolf who was always hungry. This wolf ate so much, but he never felt full. He wandered the forest day and night, chasing food. Sometimes he couldn't catch the food he really wanted. At such times he'd go to his den and howl, "Should I chew on stones from hunger?" The wolf's neighbor, the hyena, was smarter than the wolf. Without tiring or running, he caught his prey using traps. Though the wolf admired him, he wasn't smart enough to set traps. One day he went to the hyena to join his rich feast, but the hyena was just as sly and greedy as the wolf. He said, "I'd love to host you, wolf brother, but I must eat first. There's only enough for me," and made him wait outside. From that day the wolf got determined. "I must get smarter and learn to trap, or I'll starve." A few days later, the hungry wolf left his den and discovered a cottage in the forest. He was very curious about who lived there. He quietly approached the cottage. To avoid being seen, he peeked through the trees and watched the cottage carefully. Inside lived a mother goat and her 7 kids, happily. One kid was jumping on the hay. 2 kids were playing with a ball. 2 were swinging, and the other 2 were picking flowers. The mother goat was baking a pie in the kitchen. The wolf was so hungry that his mouth watered at the sight. Thinking he found food for a whole week, he smiled with delight. He was just about to pounce and gobble them all up when he paused. He thought it was the perfect time to set a trap, just like his clever neighbor, the hyena. The wolf hid all night, watching the cottage and making plans. When the sun rose in the morning, the mother goat, unaware of anything, kissed her kids and was about to leave. But before leaving, she warned them about the dangerous wolf in the forest. She said, "I'm going to the market, my little goats. Be careful, and don't open the door to anyone. Remember what I taught you." While the mother goat gave strict warnings for their safety, the kids listened carefully and then said goodbye. The mother goat took her basket and left the house. The little goat started playing inside the house. The sneaky wolf, seeing the mother goat leave, jumped at the opportunity. Now he had a plan to make the little goats open the door easily. If he disguised himself as their mother, they might be fooled and open the door. The wolf picked a dress from the laundry drying in a nearby yard. He quickly put it on and walked away. When the homeowner went to collect the laundry, they were surprised to find one dress missing. Who in the forest would take a dress for someone as tall as me? Of course, it never occurred to them that a wolf might have taken it. The hungry wolf broke 2 carob pods off a tree branch and wore them like a goat. He laughed and said to himself, "If they open the door, there's no reason they won't think I'm their mother." A farmer came to collect the carob pods and was surprised to see broken branches and missing pods. Who could damage a goat-horn tree like this in the middle of the forest, he wondered. Of course, he never thought a wolf might be responsible. Even in disguise, the wolf ran quickly to the cottage door. He knocked on the door. The kids, expecting only their mother, got excited and rushed to the door. One wanted to open the door right away, but another stopped them. "We must first find out who it is before we open the door," one of the little goats said. Then one of the little goats called out, "Who is it?" The wolf was about to answer in his own voice, but paused. He reminded himself to stick to the plan, and answered in a high-pitched, goat-like voice. "It's me, your mother. Come on, open the door." One of the kids cheered, "It's our mother! Hooray!" But another warned, "But our mother's feet aren't black. Look, these feet are pitch black." Ah, indeed, the feet visible under the door were pitch black. One little goat said, "Our mother has white feet. Yours are black." "You are not our mother." Realizing the kids didn't believe him, the wolf ran to a bakery. He poured a whole sack of flour over his feet. Now his feet were white like the goats, and he ran back to the cottage. The baker was shocked to see an empty flour sack in front of his shop. "Who would come to my bakery and waste a whole sack of flour?" he thought. Of course, he never imagined a wolf could be behind it. Meanwhile, the wolf knocked on the goat's door again. The little goats asked, "Who is it?" In a gentle voice like the mother goat's, he said, "It's me, your mother. Open the door." Hearing the soft voice and seeing the white feet under the door, they thought it was truly their mother. One of them cheered, "Hooray! Our mother! She's here!" and opened the door. At first, the visitor looked like their mother, but within seconds, they realized it was the hungry, dangerous wolf. And it was too late. The moment the door opened, the wolf burst into the cottage. The little goats screamed, "Help! It's a wolf!" One hid under the table. Another crawled into the bed. A third hid in the corner of the closet. The fourth climbed into the stove. The fifth ran into the kitchen. The sixth hid behind the curtain, and the seventh goat hid inside the big clock on the wall. But the clever wolf moved quickly and caught them one by one from their hiding spots. Only the seventh one inside the clock was not found. Thinking, "This many goats will surely fill me up." After a while, the mother goat finally returned to the cottage, but the door was open and the inside was a mess. The mother searched everywhere but couldn't find her kids. She began to cry, "My babies! Where are you, my little goats?" Hearing her cry, the little goat came out of the clock and ran to her. He hugged her tightly and told her everything that happened. "Mommy, a hungry wolf took all my siblings. I'm the only one who escaped." The mother goat immediately went to the wolf's den with her kid. The mother goat and her kid made a brilliant plan to save the little goats. They stood on opposite sides of the den. At that, kids. The mother goat and her kid waved their arms to cast a big shadow inside the wolf's den. The shadow looked like a huge bear. He left the 6 captured kids behind and ran away in fear. He ran so fast, he didn't even notice the mother goat and her kids standing at the entrance. While running, the mother goat and her kid came in and showed themselves. They realized the truth and hugged her with joy. Together, they left the wolf's den and returned to their cozy cottage. Like, share, and subscribe for more wonderful stories.